stop if you're tired. Stop if you're finished. So for the past couple of years of your academic life, have you experienced being conscious of your grades?
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
I become one. Yes, of course. There's this time that we become one. We become conscious of our grades. We become too much concerned of the grades that we forgot to appreciate what education is, what importance education can give. We forgot to appreciate, and we fail to appreciate why we do and why we strive to do better in our education. Yes, we're talking about our learning here. We're not talking about the grades. Numbers only dictate and can only reflect what you perform in school, but it does not define how well you understood all of it, how well you understood the lesson of the day. So, we're talking of what we're learning here, not with the grades, not whether the professors like you, and last, not on how you impress the whole class. The thing is, we must accept and give room for mistakes. Because in these mistakes, I learned that our generation, this generation, is soft. This generation of ours is weak. We easily get hurt. Eventually, the worst thing that one can do is to quit. Yes, I quit so many times. I have committed mistakes so many times. I failed and failed to get back up. Now I'm speaking to you. Why? Why do we quit? One, because we are spoiled. Yes, we are given those material things like our cell phones, our tablets, what else? Our PSPs for the boys, our PSPs, our games, computer games for the girls, or makeups and things like that to make yourselves freaky. Yes, that's the material things. We are spoiled. And another thing is we tend to stick on our comfort zones. We strive to do to excellence, but we stick on our comfort zones. We want to do this, and yet we are here. I want to do that, but I just leave it there. Let others do that. That's our mentality. That's the mentality of our generation today. Another thing, why we quit, is because you yourself, who is to be blamed in here. You're the first one who said to yourself, you can't do that. You can't do that. Others can do, but you don't. You can't. You don't have the capacity. Because you don't believe that you can do things others can do. You don't believe in your capacity to do things. Yes, we are limited. Limited by our fears. Limited by our doubts. Limited to fail. We are afraid to fail. We are afraid to fail. We easily get defeated by these things that only exist in our minds. Yes, it only becomes in reality, when we allow it to happen. To cut the long story short, I'll share my own story, my personal story. Back in high school, like what Rosa said, related to her story, you're all prepared. Like what Jamel told you about her story, we're all prepared. We've reached high school and we're so excited. We're so excited to strive again for the very best in our high school days. But in my case, when I reached in high school, that's the time when I began to fail. Especially in my math class, I got 79 grade. And it blinded me of my goals. It blinded me to reach my goals. And at that time, I said, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. But then, I talked to my sister. I cried, and shared it to my sister. Imagine this paper. Or imagine that whiteboard. It's white, right?
No.
sense the mistakes you have committed. See how big the whiteboard is comparing to this one. So if you fail, if you commit mistakes for a couple of times, imagine the span of this whiteboard. Your life is better than that mistake. You have room to change. You have many rooms to change. And to cut the close story short, the point is you study to learn, and not for the grades. It is about getting pounded, but by bouncing back. It's not about getting pounded, but it's about bouncing back. It's not about success, but on how to attain success. And it's not about being limited by your fears, doubts, and failures, but by becoming limitless.
Praise God.